sure everything's working on Twitch. Because I did a driver update, and it appears some things went a little wonky with it. Oh, that's really... Is it really quiet, or... Let me just move my mic up so I'm not hearing myself breathing. Oh no, I don't hear myself breathing, so I think we're all good. Alright, so... I did some additional grinding over the weekend, so we got Shenhe up to Ascension 5. But now the easy part has stopped. Because, oh boy, we have to do some more grinding. Oh god, getting very burpy. Hopefully, we won't need to grind too much. Although I think I know what's going to happen. We need to get those mountain flowers. This is fine. This will take a little bit, because it's... We can only challenge that boss 4 times a day if we're not using essence recharges. That means, at best we get 12, which is what we need. At worst we get 8, which is not what we need. This will take a little bit. This will take a little bit.
Mind be purged. World
Also, are you back up yet? Nope, I don't think you are. No, you're not. Okay, so there's a rumor flying around that depending what you put into the transmuter, you can get something out of it, like gems or whatnot. I don't believe it. Mainly because it's purely random. Why would it give you like the most valuable thing, random, like it just by putting in just regular rocks? I guess technically that'd make no sense at all, because you're going from a, what is it, like a sedaceous rock to a no, an igneous rock to, like, no, what is it? What are the 3 different types of rocks again? Igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic. I think technically gems are igneous. Yeah, I think they're deemed igneous. But then again, this is the same game where you can get random stuff by fighting enemies over and over and over again. Alright. Just going to have to do this boss, then we'll do a commission, then we'll just do the loop again. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the heck's going on with, oh sorry, I forgot to tweet out the stream. So excuse the keyboard clattering, because I really can't help that. I got a mechanical keyboard, so... And I shouldn't be looking at Twitter because I just saw a friend of mine post food, and now I'm hungry. Again, even though I've got what sits right next to me. Let's quickly change party so I'm not running in to die. But yeah. We've fought this boss multiple times and we should be fine. I say should be because even though we know what to do with this boss, it's still really hard. Like, the whole thing with the boss is I would say you've got to keep your eye on your stamina because they can knock you into the water, and if they do that, that means you're gonna drown. That means you've lost the fight, and you have to restart it. Right, you go over here. But yeah, we'll get to it. We'll be fine. Although, so I was for some reason I was watching like this long play of Shin Megami Tensei 1, and I forgot how to put it. I forgot how the plot just kind of goes from 0 to 100. To explain, was it you're just sleeping in, and you go out on a day in town, and then you run into a demon that rips someone open. You then decide to go home and, you know, go to sleep, and then you have another dream. You see more characters. Oh, over here. And then I think it's something to do with going to the future. Again, the long play I was watching, sadly, it isn't going to be updated because the files were apparently destroyed and the quality was really shit too. I want to say shit, I mean, every so often you'd hear like a pause or a jutta or a burp, and it was just kind of like, really annoying to try and watch it like that.
Take flight.
Although it's good to know that SMT really hasn't changed that much. At least in how the games like, so the very beginning of SMT, you have human characters and monster characters. That's basically been SMT's entire shtick, while Persona's more like, oh, you have these human characters, but you can change their skills. And I believe, is this the, yeah, this is the one. I believe the whole thing with, so I played Devil Survivor, I think it was. I've played two of them. I've played one on the 3DS, which is funny because that was before I had an internet connection, a proper internet connection. So what would happen was I would get to a point, I would get a random summon, and then the game would like close because it would crash. And it turned out there was a patch. We tried to do it in store, but I think we just ultimately returned the game. Because literally couldn't do anything, so why would I? Why would I have a game I literally couldn't play? I got another game, which was, what was it? Not Digital Devil Saga. It's the one where you're like in this new city where I think I can just check through my 3DS games and find it. But you're like in this city where like you have a digital currency. Nice, by the way. And at one point of the game, because you're basically being the hero plot and like, oh, the city is evil, blah 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 blah. Your ID gets cancelled, and you try to go to shops, and it's like, sorry, it's like you no money can't do business, no money can't do business until you go to like one place where it's like, okay, I can get you a fake ID. It's just like your old one, which is basically a plot point to say, hey, the bad guys know what you're doing. It's getting kind of serious because he just cancelled your ID. It can't like happen again. It's not like a mechanic in the game where you can randomly just not be able to buy anything. Although I did find it funny in that game where you can get to the final boss, and the main character apparently is resistant to one of the boss's moves, and if the main player character is alive, but no one else is, the boss character will only use the move you're resistant to. Which means you attack, you get attacked, lose no health. You attack, boss attacks, you lose no health. It was either I got super lucky, and that was a weird freeze. It's either I got super lucky and I had equipment that blocked those attacks, or I literally broke the game by just playing it. Fancy novel from the packaging. It seems the book is very settings to introduce to attract many readers. Suspense novel packaging suggests that many readers are attracted by the unexpected twists and turns of the plot. Rigors of plot and setting. I'd say go with An Honest Cat's Little Lie. But yeah, my experience with SMT is not this one, this one. It's very limited, I'd say. Like I've played Persona. Wow, you really want me to show you the rigorous plot and setting? I've played through Persona 3. I've played through Persona 4. Played through Persona 5. I haven't played through 1 or 2, which I'm personally well. Okay, so what's happening with Persona's 25th anniversary? Because early on they like, oh, there's going to be like 7 different things being done, and people thought, oh yeah, we're going to get new games and stuff, and it seems like nothing really has happened with that. Let me quickly look it up just in case. So Persona 25th anniversary. Sorry, 25th anniversary. Uh, okay, so it's Ultimax. You got one of them. Exclusive collection. Oh, is this just like? Oh, it's still teasing Shin Megami Tensei 5, even though we have Shin Megami Tensei 5. Oh, you can get like Persona themed stuff. So that's interesting. Digital wallpapers. And then one after that, which I'm curious what that's going to be. But from the looks of it, it's going to be very, I guess, tame. Like, not all of them are going to be absolute bangers. Like, you're not going to see, oh yeah, Persona 1 and 2 are going to get reimagined in, like, the Persona 3 up style. Because Persona 1 and 2 were really, they kind of went over the concept of forming bonds, but not exactly like, oh, you can level up your characters and get stronger personas. It was more like you have a party to play with and you get personas. So it was oh okay. It was those titles were interesting, but if they tried to do it again, but with like the whole time limit thing, that would be interesting. Also, I think the only thing people would really want is Minato to be alive. Oh no, what was his name? It's like Yuki. It's like no, it's Makato. That's right. Because there was like there was like a comic I remember where it was like what was it? It was like Ren saying, "I can kiss you, Makato," and then like Makato from Persona 3 appears, and it's like me or her, and it's like, who do you think? Oh, her, or something to that effect.
Whirling snow. Yeah. Wait, hear me.
And apparently Persona 3 was supposed to be more campy in some ways. Like everyone's kind of having more fun and not so serious, even though how can you make the game not serious? How can you make it not as serious? Because the entire concept is, oh, death. Literally death, and the death of the world. I think there's even one social link where you're dealing with someone who is a cancer patient who plays with a child because, you know, the child likes having fun with playing around a playground, and I think at one point the guy vanishes. Like, you can no longer have a social link with him, and I think it's heavily implied he dies. Which is, not to lie, that's something heavy. You can't exactly go, oh, we want more jokes and whatnot, ha ha ha, Akihiko was just crazy on protein. He was still really, again, I'm not sure if that's legitimate or not, but I don't think you can make the game any less serious. Like, you really cannot make that game any more serious. Or any less serious. Because then the point makes no sense. It's like, oh hey, yeah, you've got invited. Oh look, there's blood in hot coffins all around. Wacky hijinks. But I do think if they had a chance to do it again, I think they would. Oh wow. Oh yeah, this place hurts a lot. I think they would at least. Oh, what do I think they're doing? I think if they had to retry Persona 3 again, they would. I guess try to make. Well, they technically already made it with Portable. So I guess the question is, how would I technically remake the game? I guess the two protagonists, one from the original one and the one from Portable, so Makoto and Minato. Was it? It's Minato and Minako, I think, is the fan names. Make them canon. So make them both characters, because they'll just be kind of interesting. Of course, only one could be the leader, so one would have the default persona with like bonus skills, the other one would just have a much weaker version of their persona. Because, you know, give and take kind of do. Although, I guess it wouldn't make sense because it'd be like, oh yeah, they have the same persona because one is Orpheus and the other one is female Orpheus. Okay, we're not getting that, that's guaranteed. Okay, so what's next over here? Persona 1, how would you make that? Because the plot starts with like a rumor where like, not a rumor, but it's like, oh, a ghost is, no, was it? You do like a ritual to summon a persona, and I believe you do it, but nothing really happens, or you get into a fight midway. And then like ghosts start appearing in the high school, so you have to deal with them. And it turns out, oh, it's a janitor who died, and turns out they were sealing something there. So that's why the janitor died, because they were sealed by some monster. And I think it became like, oh, one of your friends is stuck in the hospital, and they've dreamt up this other version, which includes a much healthier version of themselves. And you either go to like the Frost Castle, which you can't in the actual game because that route is bugged, or what was it? What was it? I think the other pathway was just you taking on a corporation and effectively winning, which is because you couldn't do one of the endings. Technically, the ending you get, I think, was made a little not nicer, but I think the ending was made to be a little bit more hopeful. Because I think if you went to the Frost Queen Castle, you got to the core. You got to the core of the issue instead of like, oh, we need to defeat the big bad guy because he's causing problems. Now, if you could remake that, how would you remake that?
Steady as stone. My apologies.
guess the only way you could do that would be how would you do that? If you were to do it Persona Freestyle, that would include like cutscenes and whatnot. I guess. Well, the reason why Persona 3 usually works so well is because you're going to a new place, so it's a fresh beginning. While in the actual Persona games, you kind of start off already as a student or whatever, so you're kind of already accustomed to all that. Oh wow, we kind of wrecked him. Okay. Right. Forgot. There you go. I completely forgot I was supposed to do that.
Take flight.
I guess the way you'd have to do it is instead of starting off with the ceremony, you have to take things a little bit slower. Because Persona 1 does start off at a breakneck pace. Because you're immediately put into the like super paranormal one. It's like, let's do a summoning. I think you'd have to start off a little bit more like you're having dreams, like easing you in. Again, like Persona 3, 4, and 5 did. Although I think Persona 5 literally did just shove you into the thick of it. At least your entire situation started off, and it's like, oh yeah, you're under arrest because some corrupt politician was harassing a woman, and you try to stop it. And because the police force is under the politician's thumb, you can't do anything.
I must leave no stone unturned. Take flight.
Because, you know, the police are being paid off. Persona 4 was like, well, I guess the point is you kind of have to ease in something supernatural is happening. And that would mean you kind of got to remove a lot of the baggage. I don't know. Really? Are we just going to be down by one? Let's see, over here. Also, if I sound tired, I probably am. Because, fun fact, doing this late at night is a really bad idea. I was thinking about changing the time slot, so I would basically start streaming just barely after work finished. But I'm not sure how. I'm not sure if I'd be up to, you know, basically doing that. Also, the first time I do that, I would have to, you know, use an energy recharge because my energy wouldn't recharge because it takes a while, and like usually one full day is enough to recharge all my energy. And no, I haven't done the wind chase thing. Again, I know it gives a lot of rewards. I'm just not that interested in it. But I might as well check. How long do I have? It's like 7 days, right? 9 days, alright. So I get these based on the coins. I am not even. I need to get 3,000 to get all of them. Oh, that's going to be a pain. These are all just bonuses. Alright. So I guess it doesn't matter if I win or lose. I've just got to play the game. Which is incredibly boring. I didn't mind the boss rushes. I thought they were pretty neat, but just hide and seek, I'm terrible at that. Like, absolutely terrible. If I was the hunter, again, I wouldn't win, because I'm terrible at it. Oh.
Whirling snow.
Maybe I'll at least give it a try
I swear by
after
my
we're done
sword.
the daily stuff.
My apologies.
Because I do want to get those points. Like, letting go 300 worth of
Leave it up
Prima
to you.
Gems is really dumb. But I am honestly just really bad at it. Like, I wasn't even, I didn't even know who the bloody hunter was last time. And it's like, oh, it's Shenhe. It's like, she must be running away from the hunter. And then I get tagged. It's like, oh, they are the hunter. And you're really close to the water. Why are you really close to the water? Like, come on. Get out of the water,
Take
please.
flight.
No, you're not going to move in the water? You're just not going to move? Okay, cool. Fantastic. Lovely. You are actually not moving away from the water. Okay. The issue is that all these enemies stick really close to the water. Guess what you don't want to happen? Fall into the water without any stamina. Guess what happens if you don't have any stamina? Because you'll be doing attacks. Especially you have Hu Tao, who, to get her ultimate charged, you have to use her charge attack, because it gives you the energy you need.
My apologies.
Yeah, and you're going to go to the final one. Oh, and stop auto aiming. There we go.
Take flight.
I really hate that move. Again, it just removes just elemental energy, which I find just kind of annoying. Are you actually not dead yet? Really, you were just one hit away. Alright, now it's up to you. There we go. Unfortunately, Ayaka is my strongest saber sword type character so far. So that means I'm not doing much bonus damage. A Diluc or I guess a Yomiya would be really good. Speaking of rare units, so X-Dive, apparently my luck's been really high with that game so far. Because I think, I got Hunter R, which is like the Monster Hunter Rico, because that event's going on right now, which is it's a pretty fun event. You've got Monster Hunter Z, which I don't have, which is Zia. I think you can get Monster Hunter X, but I haven't seen anything to do with that yet. Also, Rising Fire is supposed to be a character we can get soon, but I have not seen anything of this character. Actually, let me just quickly open up X-Dive. We are actually just one off because we just got a 2 in one roll, so just super unlucky. Come on, open up X-Dive. Phone's probably gonna blare with music. Okay, not blare, but it's gonna show music a little bit. What's it's really cheesy. Oh, that's actually the flavor. It's called really cheesy. Okay. But I just noticed that X-Dive has updated their roster, so it's including another Iris. It's including the summer variation of Tronbon. So I think at the current moment, the developers are just speed tracking everything along. And I think that's why we're getting free summons, or free pulls for the Monster Hunter event. Because technically this isn't as planned, and it's like, oh well, there's no feasible way you're gonna get enough gems to do any kind of pulls, so they're just doing free daily pulls for the entire event. Which is good by me, because it's free pulls. Also, I saw how the 5-star, like 4 to 5-star animation works. So what happens is that you go for the event, and it's like the machine goes up, but then a siren goes off. And then, like, the thing goes from purple to orange, and it's like, oh, that's so good. Which, I think that's one thing interesting in gacha games. There's always a kind of sign that you're going to get something else. You're going to get something new, like an accident. How do I put it? In Brave Exvius, the original one, your crystal broke, and it became something else entirely. In War of the Visions, you just get a different ring. So you'd have your crystal, you'd go into the book. Well, actually, it's like you'd see the book, so it'd be bronze, silver, or gold. Then you go into the book, and you see what ring correlates with the book. So bronze is blue, silver is yellow, and gold is rainbow. Oh, so this is when you'd see if you're getting either a vision or a unit. And then if it changes midway through the animation, it will, like, the rings, like 3 rings, will turn and go into the next tier up. I think that can happen twice, and if you're in blue tier, there is a chance to get into rainbow tier immediately, but it's really rare. Actually, let me check characters. Character. Alright, character. Show me. Okay, so Omega, Halloween Ale, Sigma X4 second form, that's a really long title. Valentine's Iris, Valentine's Day, Seal, Base GX, Rico, Mega Man Volnut, Iris another, I want to get her. Here you go. Rathalos Armor X, Hunter V Sinister. Let me just look at this. Oh, that apparently crashed everything, and it kicked me out of the menu. So let me just keep my thumbs a little high up. Oh, also we get Dark Mega Man EXE. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, we are getting all the new units. Again, it's gonna take a while for us to get to the actual units we want. That's interesting. Dark units are just generally interesting in my opinion. Because dark units are usually like, what if we had this character, but they were off their blooming rocker? Okay, so this X is... Oh, X Kai, so this is the evil Mega Man? Again, these were only announced in JP recently, so it's Interesting, we get to see them now.
I didn't
Demo.
catch your voice.
No. We got some more Mora, so we can go to Shenhe. We can level. Oh! Never mind, we don't have enough to level up. Oh well, that sucks. Alright, so let me just go to the ice team. Or, not male? This is for you. Hey there, I've got a lot of fireflies. This is from Diona, which I don't care about. Sorry, I just don't care about Diona. Like her whole storyline is, oh, uh, she's a bar. What was it? She runs a bar, and every drink she makes is amazing because she's magical. Like even when she like makes a dish which is provably the worst thing you possibly imagine, it turns out good because all her drinks are enchanted. While if someone else makes the drink, it turns out the way it should. So it's more like, hey, magic is like cheating on your behalf, so you are quite literally given a free pass. Like I don't like Diona at all. It is funny to see uh it's funny to see her story though. Mainly because you see like, oh, she's trying to do something terrible. Oh, she can't. Oh, boo-hoo. Because she wants to make a terrible drink. I don't know why you would. I don't remember why. I think it's kind of. Well, it's like she gets really upset that people try to steal her secrets, but it literally doesn't matter. Like the secret could be, excuse the crudeness. She urinates in the drink, and again because the enchantment, it would turn out fine because the enchantment is forcing it to be good. Because that's how that enchantment works, which is again. I don't think. Oh, don't forget this one. I don't think it makes her either relatable or a good character. She's more like a funny character in my eyes. Like, oh, ha ha ha, you can't make a bad drink. Why would you want to make a bad drink though? It's like literally, she's given like, oh, you can make like, insane amounts of money by making the perfect drinks. You could run a stupid high premium because of how good these drinks are. But then again, I guess part of her issue is she just doesn't. What is it? She just doesn't do nothing. Like the only reason why all her drinks come out good is because she's at least doing the procedure, which gives the magic time to do its thing. The issue is that you don't want the magic to do its thing because that defeats the whole purpose of doing the thing. Actually, I was joking about the whole urination thing. There's like cat piss coffee, isn't there? I'm fairly certain there's like cat urine coffee. And like people go like, "Oh, it's coffee's good because it's like uh something it tastes really good." And it's like, "Or you're just having shit." I'm sorry. What? It's like no amount of, "Oh, this is so good. Only the best can try this." I'll go, "Cool, you have your shit." Figuratively and literally. I don't. It's like, no, I won't want it. I won't have it. So let's see. Tomorrow I'll be able to do the last bit of Shenhe. I guess afterwards I'll have to grind for skills. What else? I'll probably have to go back to. Let's see. Is it? Okay, so I'm debating whether I should actually be playing Hextech Mayhem because if a game pisses you off, why play it again? Like, why torture yourself just to do one thing? And it's like, well, again, I don't think the game is bad for the majority of the game. I think the issue is you get to is that you get to the very end, and because of how the game's coded, you can't do what the game intends, which is like, oh, you can do either the bass beats or you can interlace, and it's like, well, you can't interlace because the game then puts you on a separate track, and it locks you out if you're not following the specific track, which again I think is absolutely stupid design, and I think the game should include a bloody traditional mode. Where you're seeing the notes and you have to do it by hand. So you just have like this giant free lane bar, in which the notes go over, and you see Ziggs doing actions in the background. I think that's just as good as reacting, but the issue of Exec Mayhem is that all you're doing is reacting, and even sometimes you can't even get the feel of the music because it changes tempo so often. So you go from bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum 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 bum, and it's just like, why is the tempo so radically different from time to time? I understand that music can't just be the same tempo all the blooming time, but at the same time, if you're expecting me to do like 3 different tempo shifts, uh, and expecting me to remember the rest of the rhythm, you've got an issue. You have to either ease the player in, or you have to, you know, gradually ramp up. So you shouldn't be going for, if you go bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum bum ba, and then it goes on to boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom ba boom, and I guess that would be fine. The point is on. Well, I'm rambling a whole lot. The point is that I think the game goes immediately from one section of the song to another with no real transition. And it's like that the music's good. I like the music. I think the issue comes from how the music because it's a game, it has to have like these high notes and low notes, and because you're playing what is effectively an incomplete or like 12 different songs all at once, the song has to transfer somewhere. Again, just give a traditional mode and just be like, this mode easy, this mode normal, this mode hard, and like as you go up in the rating, you're like, you're getting more stuff. And Ziggs goes even crazier as time goes on. I think they just how do I put it? You don't need to reinvent the wheel. The wheel is already there. You don't need to make it again. Ooh, there's something over there. But I believe that's what happened. I believe they just kind of got excited with the whole hidden note system, and it's like, I like the system, yeah. But it is incredibly annoying. Oh! You're here! Okay, so I was going to do kind of a boss guide, and I was debating whether I should include this guy, because you can't find him anywhere else, but here he is. Do you drop anything? No. But no, he's like, oh, he's there just for a chest. So I will just classify him as a boss, because ha ha ha, first boss you're going to encounter, what is he going to do and all that. But it's also kind of like, some bosses you just it's a little self-explanatory. I guess I could. But again, that's going to be a lot of time and effort. Oh, something below me?
There's nothing wrong with reaping a reward every now and then.
And even then, that means the project I have going on would have to be put on hold. Because there's no way I can make a video and do what I'm doing at the same time. Something would have to be put on pause. And I really don't want to put this thing on pause because it's taken forever. Basically, I should mention, it's a 3D model, which I actually put as a hidden alert, as a GIF. So when something happens, it might randomly appear, it might randomly not. So where else? Oh, again, I wish you could level up those skills and like have more control over what you're seeing and what you're doing. Because just finding these flowers is a complete pain in the ass. Again, I can just rely on a farming gimmick, but you can't farm infinitely. Eventually you're gonna have to come and do this. Okay, I should say you can technically do it forever, because you gain currency which you could buy seeds with, but it's not like you can plant a seed and get one back like you do when you're picking things in the wild. Because that's how the system works. You pick up a flower, you get the flower, you get seed. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. The issue is, ooh, I think I see one. The issue is when you're in the teapot, you just get the seed back, which means you're not getting the full whack. Oh no, sorry, you just get the flower, you don't get the seed. So you're not getting like the bonus, not the full whack. Oh yeah, full whack is bonus. Oh, but I'm already at max, so I could probably just go to the teapot right now and do that. Why is OBS so like? How do I put it? Okay, so let me just do whole screen for a second. So you're going to see infinite window for a second. Over here, this is all hexa blurry for me. I have no idea why. And I'll have to figure it out, because I have no choice but to figure it out.
This realm is...
Trust rank. Okay. And now we create furnishing. Can I create anything new? Oh, I can. Thank goodness. Oh. Oh, that wasn't that much. Oh, lame. Oh, lame. Alright. Goodbye.
If you ever have...
And we got plants. Alright. So I am slowly starting to get a headache, so I'm gonna have to cut things here. How long have you been? Oh, just about an hour. Okay, yeah. I'm feeling uncomfortable hanging things up here. Also, my chair really needs to be oiled.
We're way behind
That's
schedule.
super squeaky.
Healthy body, healthy mind.
We get glazed lilies. And we put in kitchen seeds. Again, you can only have 8 on these at the same time. Which sucks. I want to free this. Yeah, see, we're only getting what we put in, not anything more. But it's fine, because you get flowers as a bonus anyway. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to call it there for now. Peace.